So what should we do, Mr. Roberts? We should keep the old. Why do you draw that conclusion?
Because we have less that we have to make it break even. We earn more income in total, and there's more of a margin of safety.
Okay. I would say what? I would say it depends, which isn't a very helpful answer in some respects, is it, Tyler? Mm-mm. It depends on what? What do you think it depends on, whether or not they should choose to keep?
The risk you want to be at, you can earn more money, but you also can lose more.
That is true. That is true, and it is more risky. That's what margin of safety is a measure of, among other things, risk. Sir?
It depends on how much we're actually expecting to make and sell, because if we know we're going to sell a lot, we're going to want to make sure we have the scenario where we're going to make more money with the lower fixed, or with lower variable costs.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. It depends on how many we really think we are going to make. If we are really confident we're going to sell a lot, we should change. If we're not confident we're going to sell a lot, or unsure about, if it's going to vary from year to year, then we shouldn't change. And that really, this is useful information, but that's really what this decision hinges upon in this particular instance, I think, is how many do we really think we're going to make? Or make and sell. How many do we really think we're going to sell? And if we think it's going to be lots, then we should use the new system. If we're not really confident about that, we should stay with the old. Does that make sense? Tony?
Yep.
Awesome. Question, sir?
Can you look at sales numbers from years before and maybe even average them out? And then maybe
You could, depending upon how many years of sales that we have, yes. You could look at kind of trend years of sales and things like that. But it depends on, if this is the year 2, you don't have a whole lot of information. One last problem. We get to leave where the east meets the west. I like the example. Oh, let's do that one. Yeah. Let's do Alcatraz Company. Alcatraz Company. Now, last class period, I promised those of you who've had me before for Principles of Managerial something new and exciting to learn. And this is it. This is it. What is new and exciting about this problem? What haven't we encountered before, Angie?
Do what? I'm sorry, I was laughing at the owl, the cat, and
Thank you.
what was your question?
See, this is one of the few joys that accounting professors have, is naming problems. And so this I did personally. Alcatraz makes the owl, the cat, and the raz.
It's easy because we're looking at multiple products rather than just.
Yes. So everything else we've done to this point, Catherine could do her little trick for converting break even in units to break even in dollars, because that company produced only one product. So all the very simplistic examples that we've done so far included only companies that produced only one, count 'em, one product. So This time, we've got a company that makes more than one product, and we're going to have to figure out how to do this. Christy, are you excited?
I'm extremely excited.
Except she was staring out into space when I actually called her name, though. It's actually, you believe it's not actually that hard to notice.
I thought my yawn was pretty inconspicuous. Right out.
You know, and so it's not that hard to notice, you know, who's receiving a hot text message, you know, or, you know, what's going on. TJ, she's trying to stay awake. Although his head's just low, I think, is all it is. Were you writing?
Yeah, I got bad eyes,
You got bad eyes?
so I'll take your glasses.
Get new glasses? And so that's how I knew I needed glasses. In fact, it was junior year of college in my accounting classes. When I was sitting in the second row and I couldn't read the board. And so I was like, well, maybe I need to do something about that. So we got Alcatraz making the owl, the cat, and the Raz. And so, you get new glasses too?
No. Well, this summer, with somebody.
Have they? Mine stayed the same for about a long time until this time. Because the accountant in me, you know, I guess you can tell if you're a real accountant. I think I have a copy of every eyeglass prescription I've ever had.
My dad knows what he paid for gas 16 years ago.
Yeah. And Dr. Stone knows what he paid for an ink pen 50 years ago. So we're going to fill in a little table here, okay? We're going to fill in a little table, and here we've got our now famous owl, cat, and Raz. I mean, they're in prison. You know, what do you expect them to make? You know, Buicks?
Yeah.
License plates, rubber bands.
You know what they do? Don't actually make license plates.
Who knows?
I thought I heard that guy's been serious.
So how much is the owl selling for? Christy, how much is the owl selling for?
The owl is selling for $2,000. No,
Selling price?
$20.
$20. Yeah, and added a couple of zeros. So 20, 50, and 40, right? Is that correct? Pamela, how about variable cost per unit for the owl? 16. So we've got 16, 36, and 28. What about the CMU for the owl? Michael, got a stab at that? E. What weren't you paying attention to? Were you? Well, I'm just asking you for the contribution margin per unit. Were you daydreaming about accounting?
Was it? No,
No, definitely
definitely.
not.
Is it just 20 minus 16 is what 4?
That's exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. It's 20 minus 16 equals $4. 50 minus 36 equals 14. 40 minus 28 equals 12. Okay?